What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today I'm coming in with a video for you guys about getting cheated on. It's happened to many of us, it's unfortunate, and today I'm talking about it. But before I dive into that, I want to mention a couple things. First off, I've got a really long-time YouTube buddy of mine who made a brand new YouTube channel. He's getting back into it, and I would really appreciate if all of you guys just bombarded his newest video. Just subscribe to him, check out his newest video. It's not really like, it's just kind of an Overwatch clip, but he's going to start uploading soon. I've known this guy since I had like 80 subs. He's the OG day one YouTube buddy, been there from the beginning. So I'm trying to give back to my OGs, to my OG boys, you know, the ones who were there before I had the clout. So I would really appreciate if all of you guys could just go show him some love. His link will be in the top of the description. He didn't ask me for this. He doesn't know I'm doing this. This is a little Goblin surprise. So let's give him a Goblin surprise. Just comment on his video and say like, I don't know, keyword, what should the keyword be? Say like comment poontang on his video. Just comment poontang. That's all you got to do. Everybody do it. I will be very happy with all of you. You will get a special present. I'll post a picture of my nutsack on my Snapchat story. I'm just kidding, but you never know. Maybe I will one day. But either way, drop a like if you guys enjoy this video, and let's dive into it. So, getting cheated on. It's very unfortunate. It's not a hoot or a holler. It sucks. It's a 0 out of 10 experience, in my opinion. Something I would not like to replicate ever again. But you know, it's probably going to happen to me again someday. But either way, so this happened to me back in like the end of freshman year. And you guys have heard a lot of stories about this girl. This is the girl I dated for the longest time. And we started dating at like the end of 8th grade, basically like going into freshman year. And we were together for a little while. And we'd been dating for maybe 4 months at this point, and it was like December of 2013. That's how long ago this was. And shit just wasn't going well. So we decided we were going to take a break. You know, it was more of like I got really pissed and fed up with her like shadiness. And I'm not trying to be a dick to her because like her and I are actually good friends now. Like we're not on that level. I forgave her for this shit, but I felt like I should make a video on it. But anyways, so you know, at the time, she was just kind of being shady with me, and I didn't like it. So I was like, all right, you know, we're done. We're done here. I'm breaking up with you. We're taking a break. So, you know, I expected her to be all like, oh, no, please. But instead, she literally just replied, okay. And then that was it, dude. And I stuck with that breakup thing for maybe like 20 minutes. This is like the first girl I'd ever seriously dated. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I lost it. Shit, I fucked up. Like I was sitting there, and I broke up with her while I was at school in freshman year. I remember I was in my Spanish class, and I broke up with her, and maybe 2 periods later, I went to the bathroom and called her, trying to tell her I was sorry and I loved her. And like, oh fuck, man, it was not good. And you know, I was expecting her to like forgive me and be like, oh, you know, we'll just forget this happened. But she was just like, no, I don't want to talk right now. And then she hung up, and I was just like, fuck. So we'd broken up, and we were apart for maybe like 3 to 4 weeks at this point. And during this 3 to 4 weeks, I found this out later, not at the time. She started dating this other guy. She started dating this older guy who was like a junior, and we were both freshmen. So I didn't know about this at the time. Like I knew who the guy was. She had talked about him, but told me like, we're just friends. You don't got to worry about him. That's the classic line. If she ever tells you we're just friends, you don't got to worry about a guy. When you break up with her, watch how fast she fucks him. Just watch it. But anyways, so we broke up, and she was dating this guy during our little like break or whatever, and we made this like deal with each other like the day after we broke up, because the next day she was a little more empathetic towards me, and I was still upset about it. So we were like, all right, we're just gonna take a break, we'll stay committed to each other, none of that fucking around. Now I played my part. I stayed committed to her. I didn't fold for them other women. But she, on the other hand, did not do the same. So I didn't know this at the time, but she was dating some other guy like the whole month of December after we'd broken up. And then, see, now this would have been okay. I don't count this as cheating, but I'll get to the cheating part in a second. So, you know, she'd like done that and whatever. Like if it was just that, I would have forgiven her for it. Like we were broken up, so I don't blame her for that. But then at like the end of December, I remember it was like New Year's Eve, like going into New Year's Day. And like on New Year's, we were like FaceTiming each other talking, because at this point we were like kind of talking more consistently. And she was just like, yeah, you want to get back together? And like it was completely unexpected. I didn't like expect us to ever get back together. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm game for that. Let's get it. So we're back together at this point. It's New Year's. And like 2 days later, I remember I went over to her house and we had makeup sex. And she had told me that she was kind of talking to this other guy. Like, the signs were really obvious, but like, she told me she was kind of talking to this other guy, but they weren't dating. And I thought nothing of it. She was like, oh yeah, we're not talking anymore now that we're back together. I don't think anyone just spontaneously stops talking like with the click of a button, with the snap of a finger. But that's what she told me had happened. So I just believed it because I was just stupid and in love. So anyways, like 2 days later, I went over to her house and we had some makeup sex. Now, this wouldn't be a very significant part of the story, but here's the thing. I remember this very vividly. You know how, like, all right, so she was a virgin before, she had fucked me, right? And then we dated, and I was the only person who had supposedly fucked her at this point, right? So I go over to her house, and I notice that when I'm fucking her, her pussy feels a little different, okay? This junior guy, he was more grown than me. He must have been slanging some bigger, better dick than me. I was just a young 14-year-old boy, and I knew it. I felt it in my heart at the time. I remember, like, I still fucked her. I still nutted. But, like, I remember I was like, the pussy feels different this time. And I wrote it off. I told myself, I was like, it's probably just because we haven't fucked in a little while, That's probably it. It's probably just because I haven't seen her in a little while. Maybe she got a dildo or something. Who knows? But deep down, I knew what was going on. I knew what was up. I knew Detective Goblin was on the case. So then, fast forward about, like, couple days after that, we were completely back together, full force talking again. Let me tell you, after we fucked, when we had that makeup sex, this chick made me the most banging coffee ever. Let me tell you guys, like, I don't know why I say like made me. She literally just put it in like one of those like Keurig coffee makers, and then she just pours a bunch of milk and sugar into it. But like at the time, I just thought this was the greatest thing because she made it for me. So I was just like, wow, this is incredible. And like, yeah, it was pretty standard coffee. But at the time, I was just like, hell yeah, this is dope coffee, baby, woo! But anyways, so then fast forward to like the end of the month-ish, and we'd been back together for like maybe 3-4 weeks at this point. And we just hung out like the other day, and a lot of times she would use my phone for shit because like her parents were super Hitler with her phone, or if her phone was dead because she just never charged her phone. And another warning sign that I should have realized, I forgot to mention this, was when I was at her house when we had that makeup sex and she was like making me the coffee or whatever, we were standing around her little like island in her kitchen, those little like tables in the middle, and she puts her phone down. She has to run to the bathroom, and she's like, all right, I'll be right back. Don't look at my phone. Like, don't look at the screen or I'm going to be really mad at you. And like, I listened to her. I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it. Like deep down, I knew some sketchy shit was up, but I was in denial. I didn't want to believe it. I was like, whatever. This is my female. I know she's loyal. She wasn't, but anyways, so we had done that. And she made me the coffee. She told me not to look at her phone. Just a lot of sketchy shit happening this day. And, I'd noticed, like, her phone went off and it was on the table. I didn't think anything of it. I'm not that motherfucker to just go snooping on her phone. But, my suspicions were high at this point, especially after we'd gotten back together. Like, before we'd broken up for the first time, I was suspicious. Like, I'd heard some rumors going around, but I didn't think much of it. I was like, rumors are rumors, whatever. But, most of the time, rumors don't come from nowhere. Just remember that. But anyways, so eventually, we were dating for like 3-4 weeks. It was the end of the month, and we'd hung out a couple days prior. And I remember she had this Snapchat account. It was her old Snapchat. I don't know if it was her old or her current one. I'm pretty sure it was her old one because there was like no Snapchats on here, so I don't know why she was on it. And at this time, this is when you could still see best friends on Snapchat. Like you could look on like your My Friends thing and see who other people's best friends were. So like Snapchat was just the anti-cheating machine. Now that's if you're gonna cheat on someone, you do it on Snapchat. But back then it was like, no, Snapchat snitching on y'all motherfuckers. Snapchat making you stay loyal. They were real for that. But anyways, so we're sitting here, and I remember she had just gotten out of like school or whatever, and I had just gotten out of school as well. And I went home. We hung out like a day or two prior, and she left her Snapchat signed in on my phone. And I remember not even remembering or thinking anything of it. I went in like a day or two later, opened Snapchat thinking like, all right, I'm just going to hit up some motherfuckers. And I look at the Snapchats, and there's like a bunch of people I didn't know. I was like, what the hell? Like, who's been Snapchatting me? Who are these people? I don't remember talking to these people. And there was a picture at the top from a name that was very familiar. The name of the guy who she said I didn't have to worry about, who she ended up dating. So I was like, wait, why is this guy Snapchatting me? It didn't compute that it wasn't my Snapchat until after I opened this picture. So I opened this picture, right? And I'm like, that's weird. And the picture is a picture of his dick. And I'm like, all right, why'd this man just send me a picture of his dick? I was really stupid at the time. So then I go up and I go to like look, because at this point I was like, there's no way this is my account. So I look, lo and behold, it's her old account, not the current one she's using with me, the old one. I was like, oh, this sneaky motherfucker. She just did me dirty. She just finessed me good. She just finessed the plug. So at this point, I'd known. I was like, all right, something's up here. Why is this man slanging dick to her a month after she said they stopped talking? What's happening here? So I text her, and I'm heated. I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on? Why you out here, getting dick pics from this guy? And she's just like, I don't know. He just sent it to me. Now, no one just sends a dick pic to a random female if they have they're not at that level at all. Like if you're just talking to a girl as friends or not talking at all, you don't just randomly send her a picture of your dick. Like maybe some people do, but those are the fucking weirdos. Like those are some weird motherfuckers. But anyways, she completely denies it once again. She's like, oh, I don't know. I had nothing to do with it. I don't talk to him. We never got to that level. We were never sexual. Blah, 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 blah. I found out later they were very sexual. But, of course, stupid freshman me in denial once again. I'm like, okay, sorry for asking. My bad. I believe you. Okay, he just sent you a random dick pic. Hate when that happens. Happens to me all the time too. That sucks, babe. So then we were dating for a while after that, and things were going kind of smoothly. Things were what they were, I guess. And throughout the relationship, I found out that she dated this other guy for the whole month of January on top of dating me. And I found this out when we broke up. I'll get to that in a minute, but she had 2 boyfriends at once, me and this other guy. She was finessing us both. So anyways, she's dating him, she's dating me, and she breaks up with him at the end of January, but then they're still talking to each other and fucking around and shit until maybe mid-February it was. And they were kind of on and off talking even in March and April and shit. And we'd broken up in May. This was 2014 at this point. We'd broken up in May, and I found out about all this through one of her best friends. It wasn't even me. I remember we'd broken up. I was just feeling really shitty and down about it. And I was DMing one of her really good friends, and she was like, oh, I need to tell you this. And she told me everything. She told me what was up. She was like, you didn't deserve that. You're a good guy. I'm really sorry. She was a real one for that. Let me tell you guys, she came in clutch as hell. I'm glad she told me that shit. But after that, after she told me that, my heart just sank. I was like, fuck, what the fuck? And she sent me screenshots and shit too. She sent me proof. It was fucked. I appreciated her telling me, but my heart just dropped, dude. I was like, oh my God. My first love just did me dirty. Fuck! Just shit. So, anyways, that's my experience of being cheated on. I have no hard feelings toward this girl. Her and I are actually really good friends now. So, yeah. It is what it is. It goes how it goes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Once again, check out my buddy's channel in the description below. Please show him some love. I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.